right, Néstor Serra. How are you, my friend?
Serra. Very good. And you?
Did I say that right?
Yes.
How do I
Néstor
pronounce
Serra.
it? Serra.
Serra.
You have to roll the R's, huh?
Yes, it is Serra.
How's Barcelona right now? It's Mediterranean, but it looks very cold.
Yeah, it is cold today. Today it's colder, but well, the weather is changing every day. Some days are cloudy, some days are sunny. So nice. Barcelona is always nice. We have two kind of days: good days and amazing days.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the way, huh?
Yes, always.
Your gym is like right down the street from what's the famous church?
La Sagrada Familia.
Yes.
Sagrada Familia. It is very close to La Sagrada Familia. Yes, it is between 5 and 10 minutes walk.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I walked there. I walked there when I was staying there, next door to Lulis. So
well, Barcelona, it is a small city, and you have everything around, very close to everything. So I can walk until the beach, and it will take me probably 20 minutes, 25 minutes, walking to the beach. I can walk to the mountain, to the other part of the city, and it will take me also 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So in 50 minutes walking, I can cross the city from south to north.
And I always see you in pictures in mountains. So the mountains are very close as well, huh?
Yes, of course. I like to go trekking or doing canyoning, and also to do some via ferrata. I don't know the name in English.
What is it?
Via ferrata. Via ferrata. I believe it is. I don't know the name. It's steel. Where you grab to climb the mountain. Okay. You grab some metal stairs, metal stairs and different things. So, but I like to do that. This
like climbing. You like to do climbing, like a rock climbing.
Yes, rock climbing, but very secure, because you are always attached to a steel cable. So you are attached and you are always secure.
So very nice. So you don't die. We need you, Néstor. We need you.
Yes. I need also to be alive.
I forgot that there was a documentary with the guys. They climb like crazy mountains, the rock climbing, the mountain climbing, without any equipment, right? Without any equipment, for days. I don't know. It's crazy.
Del Gran Capitán.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Amazing. This, of course, I'm on another, not level, I'm on another universe.
Yeah.
So I like to just enjoy the mountains, enjoy the nature. This is what I love to do. And it is my life, I believe. So, and also riding my bike as well, my motorbike, and, enjoy fresh air with friends and the nature as well.
Yeah, that's it. You got the steel mace, huh? You got the steel mace 2020, huh? You got the steel mace, and you started to talk about like the rock climbing and how you have to create just the similarities, and it really opened your mind up to
yes, the steel mace. Of course, we have the barbell. The barbell, it is also, you have your hands wide enough to create this torque that you need to be more stable in your body, but on the steel mace, it is much evident because you have the weight on one side and you have to control that weight. And we spoke about that. I was speaking with you, and also in the Flowfit certification, when we spoke about biotensegrity and tensegrity, because we have to create this compression and tension forces to be more stable, and then to release other muscles, you know, and to release the structure, the complete structure, because the structure, it is being stable because of these different forces. And with the steel mace, it is very, very nice, because you can create this torsion or compression with the steel mace, and that releases a lot the effort that you have to do in other joints that are suffering. For example, if you grab the steel mace and you put it horizontal in this position, you know, in this position with the head of the steel mace on the side, if you create that tension away, if you push away the steel mace, the head of the steel mace, push it away, and then you pull with the other hand, that releases a lot your complete structure. And this is very similar to the climbing, because on the climbing, if they just pull vertically, they can't do that. They can't climb some certain positions or certain difficulties on the rock. But if they create these two tensions, you know, using the rock to be more stable and to create stability in your body. And with the steel mace, it is very evident, but also when we are doing, for example, a lunge, when we do a lunge in TACFIT or tactical lunge, we always say, okay, it is not just pressing down with your feet. It is also trying to open your feet, and then the friction of the flooring will not allow you to of course, to slide. And then you are increasing the stability in all the joints on your body. And then you are using this tensegrity, this biotensegrity. Your fascia is getting tight. The liquid inside the fascia, the ground component, it is also helping to increase the ground substance. Yes, it is also helping to create that these forces to create this stability, this fascia integrity that we are speaking about always.
Yeah,
it is really nice.
Yeah, for me too. It was open my mind up, you know, to different ways. Like you know, the club bells, right? It's closed, but there's so many similar things, but they're very different as well. So it's pretty cool. We had some like ballroom dancers here, and like guys, and so they you know, it's like not like dancing, you know, like, but you know, it's like you could, he visualizes it as a head, and so some of those things kind of got me thinking a different way too. Like for me, I think of fighting, so like somebody's like an opponent, you know, and you have to move in all the different directions, but have like a closed chain kind of a position. So definitely opened my mind up, you know, to, you know, just allows us to be able to move, right? More freedom and real strength.
Yes, and it is very clear that the body moves, and we have just one body, of course, and it moves always in different ways, but always following the same rules. But these rules are infinite, so it is very difficult to understand and to classify just with one method the way the body moves, because it depends from so many variables that are affecting this movement, that we have to try to control the ones that we know, try to control them, and also try to see how the body is moving, and then to apply things to improve that, to improve this movement. And of course, we can use the many tools to help that. And using these tools, of course, we can have different techniques, because the tool is different as well. For example, the steel mace and the club bells are different. Of course, they are weight, and depending on how you grab the club bell, it is you grab it with the two hands very close, and sometimes you can slide this hand and grab it open. But This is just for specific movements, but you can do that with many other equipment. The singularity of the clubbell, it is that the center of gravity, it is out of your grip, and it is on the line of your grip. And this is the singularity of the clubbell, as well as the steel mace. The good thing of the clubbell, it is that you grab with your hands together in all the exercises, almost all the exercises, your grabs closed. And the steel mace, the good thing is that you can open these arms, these hands, the grip, you can open this grip, and then use it to move the steel mace in different ways.
Yeah. Sorry, I had some technical difficulty right now.
Yes, I was asking, are you recording?
Yeah. So, yeah.
If I have to explain all these things again.
Yeah. No. It's great. Like it's it was a big year, right? Big year for you. Everybody was working so hard. You've been working so hard on all these different programs, and I wanted to kind of touch upon like all the different tools, that we have. We're starting to map out and future certification things like that. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about, the TACFIT. We had our first TACFIT. They created our TACFIT online certification. People have been wanting to do that for 10 years, and it happened, right? It happened because we didn't want to sacrifice the quality, right, of the system, and yeah, I was mind blown. I had, Quebrado, he did the January certification, and I think Andrew also, right, from Minnesota did as well. They did it again because it was so thorough, and we never really had that opportunity before, because before it was, 2 days, maybe 3 days in person, which of course is always the best, but just the continual education the first one was 11 weeks, and then the next one will be 8 weeks, so we're getting better, right, with the delivery. We're trying to improve every time. So how do you feel of making this happen this last year?
I felt, and I'm feeling excited because we are, I believe, well, the system was great, and was implemented, and of course created, evolved, and implemented. But now I think we have been improving the way we deliver it to the coaches, So it is very important that all these people who represent TACFIT really knows TACFIT, really understands TACFIT, and are able to teach TACFIT on a perfect way to their clients or their colleagues or their athletes or wherever. So what we have done through this process, it is not just keeping the quality, we have increased the quality a lot. And how we have increased that? First, in the period of the certification, 11 weeks of training, and this training was followed up by the educational team. So the instructors, well, the athletes, the attendants, they had like a roadmap to follow during their training to pass the tests and to be certified. First, the second thing was the content. We increased a lot the content. We explained during this process, because it was longer, and then we explained all the exercises, all the progressions and regressions, all the metabolic systems, and also the TACFIT 26 protocols program. So the content has been amazing. We have increased a lot this content with videos, with explanations during workshops, also with the LMS. In this platform, we put a lot of videos and PDFs and content about the system, so they can learn many things and also simplify things, because into the system, Scott Sonnon, for me, it is like a genius. So he receives and he processes all these ideas and all these concepts into his mind, and then he explained that, but he explained so many things that it is impossible to understand that. What we have done, it is doing like a summary of the most important things, and then explaining that on the best way we could to the students. So that was the second thing, which was very, very important: the content and how we deliver to the students. And the third thing for the success of this certification was the team leaders. Trust me, they did a great job, amazing job, because we split all the group. We had more than 100 people attending to this certification. We split all of them into small groups, and these groups were, well, first coached and supervised, coached by a senior instructor, one of the guys who was attending for the second level. So it was part of their process, coaching these small groups of people who was attempting for the level 1. So this was the first thing. And in all the groups, there was a team leader supervising these groups. So helping not just the level 1s, also the level 2s on their process. And this was, I believe, this was the key to improve, the key for improvement. And of course, 11 weeks, of course, the content, summarizing everything, giving all the exercises, all the explanations, but making them practice with supervision, with this follow-up of one good professional who is doing this job directly with them and helping them during all the process was amazing. The improvement, trust me, because I'm really concerned about the quality of the system and of the instructors who will be representing not just TACFIT, also me, because they will say, yes, I was certified by Néstor and of course the educational team, Isik, Pedro, Aaron, Juan David, all the team leaders, of course. But I was in front of this team, and it is my name who is under there on the backstage, you know. So it is important that a part of me, it is with them right now, and I love that. I really love that quality. It is very important in our certifications.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything you do for us all on the system. I appreciate. What are you going to say?
Well, what I really appreciate is that you gave me the opportunity to do that. Because for many years I was trying to do this and of course doing on the way I could here in Spain. And it was difficult, of course, because we didn't have the tools and also the responsibility with us, you know, because I never was nominated as the country director, but of course I was the director of Spain. But everything I was doing, I had to ask and to first think about it, then do like a project and then present it. And of course, but now I can implement all the things that we have been doing through these 8 years. We can implement that in all the countries and also get feedback from all these people who has been working into the system. And of course, they have been doing a lot of job, a lot of work, really good work, and improve that. So it is amazing. And as I said, I love to work into a team. I love teamwork. And of course, sometimes I have to lead, or I have to, of course, set the direction and the way of doing things, because especially when we start to run, because now we are starting to run. But in the future, we will do it. More times, you know, in every certification that we do. And in the future, this effort will be less and less. And so, because we have done all these things, so in the future, we can improve things and we can implement things, better things.
Yeah.
We are doing the same, more or less the same concept in the Flowfit certification, and we will improve this concept, this way of teaching in streaming for the TACFIT certification. We'll improve that. And for the next TACFIT certification to be started in April, the 10th and 11th, I believe, yes. So in this TACFIT certification, we'll improve this process. So, and really exciting, really exciting.
Yeah. You know, I had the opportunity, right, to, to travel all around, like pretty much the world, right, for TACFIT, and see everybody, see how they do things. And I was always, I mean, the first time I went to Barcelona, I was so impressed on your team and the team leaders you had and the structure. And then I learned about the academy that you had, and I was like, what, an academy? Like, I would love to have had an academy as well, you know? And then when we started to try to, improve, like, we didn't know how to have an academy, well, at least in the US, because it's such a big country. In Spain, maybe it's a little bit easier because it's a smaller country and people can travel to, the city in Barcelona easier. And now, because of, well, the pandemic, in a way, everybody's on Zoom and these ways. And so we find the solution with the LMS and Zoom, so it's everything work out right in a way. That's one good thing with the pandemic, huh?
Yes, but I really believe that if you want it, you will do it.
Yeah.
So and I really believe on that, because in Spain at the beginning, many people from out of Barcelona, they couldn't come to the academy, but they were not in streaming because the Zoom, etc., all this technology wasn't available yet. But we sent them all the trainings, we sent them all the videos, etc. So we did an academy online, and we did. Many of them, they improved a lot, and they learn a lot through this academy. Of course, it was much better in person, because the academy in streaming wasn't available in direct streaming, etc. But right now, with this technology, and thanks to the pandemic, of course, we have the obligation to evolve. The obligation to evolve.
Yeah.
And as Marcel Cofries says, evolution, it is not an option, it is an obligation. And right now, it is true, because many systems has evolved, and we've been leading that as well. We've been leading that as well as a system. So, and now every certification we are improving also, because the TACFIT certification, we improve with these three things: the team leaders, the content, the summarizing and the increasing the content, etc., and the preparation plan for the instructors, the new instructors. In this Flowfit certification, we have improved because we have added lecture and presenting through slides, and to make all the concepts more clear to the people. And in the new TACFIT certification, we will improve also other things. And people will see that. People will see that.
You even had to buy some blue blocker glasses for yourself, because you've been on the computer so much.
Yes, these are my blue. Yes, because I'm a lot of time on my computer, and I have to teach as well. So
yeah.
Too many hours in front of the screen,
Yeah.
And now the only thing that I'm missing is being able to go to the mountains, to the nature, to compensate that. Right. Because also, like, the muscles has to be compensated. Also, we have to be compensated as well. So too many hours at the screen, we have to exercise and be in touch with the nature.
Yeah,
with the air, fresh air, water, swimming into the water, climbing or walking with your barefoot on the grass. I'm missing that.
And we're on Zoom, right? But the connection, right? The human connection as well, to be with people, real people.
Yes, person, to be with people, to hug people, to also here in Spain, we kiss people, our friends, and we kiss them and we hug them, and because we are very emotional in all the Latin countries and Italy, Spain, etc. French, not too much, but it is very usual that, and we are missing that as well. And seeing the face of the people, because everybody here, you have to wear the mask, the face mask. And this is a small city, but it is very concentrated. All the European cities are very concentrated. And you see a lot of people into the street, you cross a lot of people, and then you have to wear the mask. And we are also missing that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate all of the effort. So much effort. If it was about the money, I don't think you would have done all of these academies and put so much effort behind it, you know. So I really appreciate your heart and the weekends, the many weekends of yourself and the team, like Pedro, you know, who's the new country director of Spain, and many of the team leaders, right? How many weekends that you think you have done for TACFIT, for Academy, and for all the certifications that you've done over the years combined?
Over the years,
yeah. All the years.
I don't know, because think that in 2019, because I'm running TACFIT and hyperpressives,
right?
Okay, the two systems, and in 2019, I worked 44 weekends. Up from 58 that we have, right? So I work 44 weekends, and probably half of them with TACFIT, probably. So if every year I'm working probably an average of 15, 20 weekends with TACFIT, and the systems involved, that means a lot of work, and not just teaching or teaching the academies or helping people doing workshops or doing certifications. Also preparing it. This weekend I was free this weekend, and I was preparing the certification, the Flowfit certification, because I want to give my best during this certification, and to explain. I have other things to explain and to try to make the attendants, learn and know, about the system, about how to teach, how to arrive to the people, how to connect with the people, because this is very important. Not just being a great coach, instructor, it is not just being a great instructor, knowing the technique and knowing all the progression, regressions, etc. It is also how you connect with the people. And this is the most important thing, the emotional part, your emotional system. It is probably the one that will help you connect with people, and that will make these people come back to your gym and come back to your classes. You can have the greatest system in the world, but if your emotional system it is low, you will not have clients. And you can have the worst system in the world, but if your emotional system it is very high, you will have your classes full. Our goal as professionals is to have as many healthy clients as possible. So not just as many clients, as many healthy clients as possible, and for as many years as possible as well.
That's it. Yeah. You talk about the emotional, right? Which is like how you feel, right? And hormones, right? The hormones, the endocrine system. And so like a TACFIT, I know for myself, having so many, health issues, I always equated to like a mixer, like a DJ, like you have a balance, your nervous system, right? You dictates everything, but your hormones and your immune system as well, and connecting your breath with the correct structure and the movement balances everything out. And so you're always happy and helps you like for myself, I know because I had the issues, right? I had a hard time like learning, reading, talking, like walking, connecting with others, even, issues, even though I do jujitsu, but I had so many issues. And I feel like TACFIT really helped me bring these things back to me, reconnect the disconnection.
Mm-hmm. Yes, of course. And we have, when we speak about the state of flow, for example, mm-hmm. that means that you are connected, your mind with your body, and your conscious and unconscious mind also mm-hmm. connected. And you are on this, also in PNL, they say to be aligned, to be at home, to be connected. And it is when you feel well, and you move well because you feel well, and then you can move without thinking because everything comes by its own. And also the emotional system, it is very important on that, because the emotional system, it is not just being happy, and it is five steps on your emotional system to develop it. The first one, it is the awareness of your body. Okay, it is the awareness of your body, which is when how you move, to understand how you are moving, to understand how your body moves. The second stage, it is to be able to control how your body moves. Okay, this is the second stage of the emotional system, of building the emotional system. So that's why the proprioception, it is so important, because you need a good proprioception of your body, and to do that, you have to be connected every time, all the time. And then the third step, it is how to detect, to be able to detect how the others move, how the others react, how the others respond. And then the fourth step, it is to be able to influence in the others, influence on their way of moving, the way of respond. And the last stage, the last one, it is empathy. So empathize with the others. So I can put myself on yourself, so I can see how you see things and how you feel things. And this is the highest emotional system, the highest level of your emotional system. And of course, to work on these five stages, 5 grounds, okay, 5 stages, it is very important to do it on a progression and to be able to improve each one of them. And this is why the coaches and the instructors are so good in relations, and people who are, and also in selling, and because they connect with other people. And once you connect, you are able to influence on them and also to empathize with them.
Yeah. Like you were saying before, you're working 7 days a week. Even if you try to take a day off to relax or to recover, you're using that recovery to, be able to do all the things that you're doing, all the things you're so passionate about, the high progressive and the TACFIT, which you're, 7 days a week, right? It seems like, and all of the team, behind the scenes as well, they're all, they're all working so hard, and then people, when you get immersed into it, like, what do you think, I feel like it's different, I feel like it's a different, it's something I've been in jiu-jitsu, right? I know the jiu-jitsu. And so you get totally immersed, and it becomes like a way of life. Why do you, you touch on some of the things. Why do you think it happens? It happens pretty fast, I feel like, too. Once you get very, very focused on the task, on the goal. Why do you think that happens?
But what happens on what?
That people get they get connected to the system. They get connected to the system. like a, you know, for example, you're working really like 7 days a week, like you're so passionate about it. I'm so passionate about it. I get up at, you know, like so early in the morning, you know, we have our meetings and stuff, and like I can't explain it. I've never had like this kind of feeling, and so many other people on our team are doing the same thing. Why do you think that is?
Well, I believe it is hormones, because we are secreting hormones, and then we all these pleasure hormones that we are secreting are very important for learning, and also for wanting to learn and to implement things, and to express things, you know. So your endorphins, your adrenaline, noradrenaline, the dopamine, the serotonin, and also all these hormones that you are secreting when you are learning things and when you are implementing things are very important.
Why do you think like we're so passionate about, you know, I know for me, I know the answer. For me, it's because I know the power of the system, what it can do for people. And so I think it gives me, I know what it's done for me, and I see what it does for other people. And so it gives me so much energy, like, cause I guess it's bigger than myself, you know? So I guess, you know, I guess I'm going to ask for you, like, why does it give you so much energy to do this work? You know, you're working 7 days a week on these things so hard.
Well, because I love it. I love the system. Once I met all the people involved in the system, I was really with their passion, and I was really, you know, amazed. Yes.
Yeah. Mind blown.
And yes, and then, because I really believe that this is the best system as a system, because all the deep knowledge that has inside, we have found a way of putting a lot of theories and you know, concepts and in that are affecting or are improving the way we train, the way we move, in a system, into a system, and to implement that into a gym, into an academy or whatever, into a personal training or group training sessions. And it doesn't matter which is the level of the clients, which is if they are learning to move, how to move, or if they are even professionals. So the first thing is the product. I really believe that this product, the TACFIT concept, the TACFIT system, it is very good. It is the best one for me. And I've been in touch with many other systems in the world or in the fitness industry, and trust me that this is the best one I've seen. Also because the community we have created, the community, that one of the principles of this system, it is to create community, so you are able to develop it and to develop inside the community, and to feel part of something. And also this is very important, because I believe this is also one of the success of all martial arts and all team sports. Okay. And that's best. And sorry, because some clients are coming into the gym. And then also because it gives us the opportunity to always be learning the system and all its concepts. So this is why I believe we are so passionate about it. Of course, it has helped me a lot. It helped me a lot to understand things, and also to improve my physique, my health, my performance, and it has helped me a lot. And trust me that I've been teaching the TACFIT 26 protocols for the last 8 years, and teaching me in my gym. I've been teaching between 4 or 5 classes per week, following the TACFIT 26 protocols. But in my gym, we have 5-6 groups of 2 classes or 3 classes per week. So we have a lot of classes.
Mm-hmm.
And during this period, I believe that no one of my clients got injured because of the training, you know? So, and all of them, or almost all of them, okay, has improved their health, and they are prepared for better purposes or higher purposes.
Higher purpose, yeah.
Yes. So, and this is very important. Come on, I wasn't able to squat down before I started with all this process. Of course, other systems helped me, and other things, you know, like as you know, hyperpressives and strength training and other things. But TACFIT helped me to understand all these things, understand all the complete picture, not just specific things.
Yeah, yeah. And so you touch upon the TACFIT 26. You've been teaching it for 8 years, every week, and where you've been developing as part as well another job, right, at the new TACFIT 26.
Mm-hmm.
Could you talk a little bit about your mindset and your thoughts
on the new program? Yes, of course. The new program. Well, if you work with TACFIT 26 for the complete program, the complete 26 protocols, and you go again over it and again, you can see the difficulties of the people that you have in your class. And also you can see also how you can adapt, or you have to adapt all this program to the different people that you have in your class and their difficulties. So that's why we started to modify the first day. The first thing we modified here was the first day of the protocol. As you know, the 4-day waves, it is difficult to implement in one week, because you have zero intensity, low intensity, moderate intensity, and high intensity, and then again zero. So, but if you sum that, it is 4 plus 4, it is 8, and a week has 7 days. So it will be difficult if you want to adapt it to a job description of any client that is coming to your gym, because they don't work 8 days and then in 8 days schedule. So what we did is to implement that in a weekly schedule. And many people is coming 2 days, 3 days, some of them 4 days per week to the gym, and some of them 5, but not many, so this is a very small percentage. So that's why we started to teach 1 week, 1 protocol. So, and 2 days per week, 1 week, 1 protocol. The first day moderate, the second day high intensity. And then if they were coming to the gym, then we applied, well, we teach Flowfit, or we teach strength training, or different things. And the second thing we changed, it is the first day of training, the moderate day, because we were using most of the time of that session trying to explain the technique, to explain the progressions, the regressions, etc. And then we decided to use part of that session to improve the stability and the technique of the people, instead of going over the protocol, because we had the other day, the second day, to go over the protocol, the metabolic protocol. And that's why once I got the opportunity of renewing the system, and evolving the system in the new TACFIT 26 protocols, I thought a lot on these things. Also, in many exercises that they weren't progressed by complexity, they were progressed by the load, the weight, or sometimes the speed, or So we decided to, on the new TACFIT 26 protocols, progress all the exercises in complexity, because the speed and the weight, it depends of anybody, of our clients, because I can have one learning client with a weight of 100 kilos, which is 220 pounds, and another client with 100 pounds. So totally different. They can't use the same weight of the kettlebell, you know, to move the kettlebell. So the skills that they learn, so trying to teach them skills, to teach them how to move well into this new process, new TACFIT 26 protocols, how to move well, and how to progress in complexity during these protocols. Mm-hmm. And we have implemented that. It has been a hard work to do that, because we have renewed the complete program. Of course, using the basics of TACFIT, the fundamentals of TACFIT, and then yes, the principles, the pillars, and using this to develop the new TACFIT 26 protocols, and of course asking Scott and asking other team leaders about their ideas, etc. And we have done a really hard job. Mm. But right now, I believe it is a very good program. Of course, we can improve it, we can evolve it, but it is a very good program to be implemented in any case. Even if you are a professional, if you are an administrative person, if you are working on a laptop or working from home, you can implement this program in yourself, and you will improve, and you will improve your skills.
I look forward to doing it. You know, we're going to do a team building, right, activity after. So I look forward to not just looking at a piece of paper, but actually doing it, right? Going through all the protocols, the new protocols. Hopefully Monday, right? We will begin that. You know, the Scott called it the HRP for certified. I think the certified coaches, right, are allowed to do it too. So I'm looking forward to that. You know, I wanted to touch, I know you have to go in a few minutes, but I wanted to touch about the Flowfit certification. Our last weekend is this weekend, right? And then we have, of course, the TACFIT again. Then we have the Club Bell. I'm really excited about, you know, the TACFIT kettlebell, you know, certification and some other things. So starting with the Flowfit, could you give your thoughts on the Flowfit certification? Because it's unprecedented. You know, it's the first time online, right? To do something so, you know, deep, right? Knowledge to do it online, something like that, you know. So could you give me your thoughts on the Flowfit certification?
Well, this has been a really different Flowfit certification from the other ones, because on the other ones, the concept was, well, the way of teaching the certification was just with the Flowfit sequence, and learning the Flowfit sequence, and also learning some flows to understand how we move and how we implement things, you know, how we use the breathing, etc. But trust me, we've been teaching probably in Spain 6 certifications, 6 Flowfit certifications. I've been attending to 6 Flowfit certifications, and in none of them, the people knew after the certification how to breathe, how to use the structure, etc. They understood that they had to move, and different movements using the ground, using the body, and trying to control this movement. Mm. But there's a lot of knowledge and deep knowledge behind just these Flowfit sequences or these flows, you know. So that was my main concern, and I tried to. We tried to not just explain different movements and different positions, also explain all the everything that it is included in this program. We spoke about flow, the concept of flow, breathing, the myofascia, and the double back system that we have in our body, and how to use it, how we affect it with the flow, how to train with it, with the flow. We also spoke about teaching and learning system and learning process, speaking about the brain waves and the learning system, the different phases of learning process, because our system, it is learning how to move well, not just learning how to control the movement, also how to move well, even when we don't think about it. Even because more than 85% of your actions, your activities, daily activities, are controlled by your emotional system. And this is the autonomic system. You don't control, you can control it, but you're not controlling it because you are thinking or you are putting your mind in other things. So it is important to reprogram the way it moves and the way it manages this movement and through this breathing, etc. And all this knowledge we have, it has been explained in the Flowfit certification. And also the three flows, beginner flows that Scott did on the 6 degrees of flow, and adding the rotational component to the translational components, and how we can progress and teach these flows to the members. So it is not just learning how to move. It has been a long process.
Yeah. How, when you first got introduced to Flowfit, how was it easy for you to move like that, controlling your body?
The first time I did Flowfit, it was impossible. The first time I went to a certification into the system, I went to the Club L1, but we did the Flowfit level 2. It was the easier one for the instructors, and which is now the Flowfit 1. Okay, and I was destroyed. I was destroyed without controlling my body, and I thought, come on, what I've been doing the last 20 years or 25 years, I can move myself. And if you can move your body, you can control your body, how you want to control tools and to control weights? So Flowfit, it is the basics. And once you control your body, then you can control implements, you can control tools. But you have to improve the way you move before improving the way you move loads. And this is very important to understand. And I understood that the first lesson I did. And then I started to, because I have my genetics and the way I've been training when I was a kid, and I was a swimmer, and then I did some taekwondo, but I didn't have mobility and even control of my body out of the water. And it was very difficult, and it is very difficult for me to control my body, because my weight is 220 more or less, and it is not easy to control this weight, and my height, etc. But it is helping me a lot, and it is also helping a lot to my clients.
Yeah.
And many people is moving better than me, of course, but I don't care, because I want to improve my health.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel the same. It was the most difficult one for me. Do you remember when I went to Barcelona for the Flowfit certification? I was on my fists, right? I was doing the Flowfit on my fists because I couldn't open my hands to grab the ground.
Yes, Alberto told me, oh, it is coming a professional in fighting, professional on the cage, MMA, amazing guy, very respected there in the US. Okay, it is coming to your class. Can he join your class? Of course, I will be honored, of course. And then when I saw you moving, I said, come on, how many restrictions? How many restrictions does it have? Yes, so you were so restricted, and now looking at you, how you move now, it is, come on, you're 20 years younger.
Yeah, what's crazy, that wasn't my worst time. Maybe 8 months before, 6 months, I was already 6 months, 8 months in the system. I think 6 months. That was my worst. I couldn't put my seatbelt on in my car. You know, I couldn't twist my body. Yeah, crazy, crazy. I didn't want to turn my neck around, you know, because it hurt too much to move my neck, you know. Really crazy, really crazy. Like
Wow.
a frozen, right? Like a freezing the body, like really crazy. And just it's a miracle, you know, the system really, you know, and the Flowfit, it was like the most difficult, but now it's my favorite. And all of my jiu-jitsu friends, the flow, you know, the body flow, the Flowfit, you know, the 6 degree flow, you know, it's amazing. At the same time, the club bells, right? It's so complimentary. You want to talk about it, but the club
Yes.
bell?
Yes, because well, as I said before, the body is the same, and we use the same body to do flow or to use to move the club bell. So with the same components, we're using the same components. And once you do a flow and you want to be stable and to be mobile, to be able to move, okay, the same you will need on the TACFIT protocols. And the same with the club bell as well. But of course, on the club bell, because of the load, the movement, it is more restricted, the amplitude, the range of motion, okay? But at the end, you're using the same components, the 7 key components that you will apply also to Flowfit and also to the club bells. And yes, the club bell for me, it is, well, the best tool probably. But of course, the club bells, but not the club bell inside itself, the concept of using a weight with the center of gravity out of your grip, you know, so external, and also to be able to control the center of gravity, because in the kettlebell, you can't control it. You can control the tool, moving it, but you can't control how with the wrist. You can't control the way, where you want to put this weight and how you control it. So the club bell, it is the most similar tool to any other tool any other implement you can use in any sport, in any daily life activities, you know, because you want to control things. You want to control things, not just lift weights.
Yeah,
okay, to control these weights. And that's why you use your complete structure to be able to move and to control this weight. And that's why the club bell, it is amazing. You can work in mobility things, in mobility drills. You can work in stability drills. You can work in strength. You can work also in decompression, using the force, using the torque created during this movement, all these eccentric and concentric forces when you are swinging the club bell, or when you are controlling the club bell, working on the 6 degrees of motion, not just on one plane. You are using the 3 planes and the 3 axes, so you can add also these rotational components to the movement. The club bell, for me, it is the perfect tool to apply once you have control in your body. And as Scott said also, he developed the CST program, the CST concept, more than program, concept, in which first you learn how to move your body, how to move well your body, working with stability and mobility and control. Then you apply load to improve this movement, improve the way you move. And once you apply load, you can detect all your weaknesses, and then you can start to work on these weaknesses. And then, of course, you have to compensate that, because if you don't compensate your movement, that's what happened to you. Of course, you did a lot of fights and jiu-jitsu and punches and whatever, but the problem is that you wasn't compensating that. So now I believe you are explaining to your colleagues, you are explaining this because you are trying to teach them how to don't degenerate their bodies through the martial arts, you know, which is very important, or through the movement.
Yeah, it should be part of the martial arts, right? The recovery aspect, all the things, you know, to the know-how, right? The knowledge, and nobody showed us these things. It was just like punch to the face, choke each other, armbar, but nobody talked about these things that TACFIT teaches you.
Yes, the driving forces, and not releasing the restrictive forces. And this is important too, to release these restrictive forces. And also to one term, one concept that I love from the system, from Scott Sonnon, is the one that speaks about when you are working with that technique of 8 of 10, at 8 of 10, okay? This is a great technique, but you are losing 2. And the accumulation of these 2 can compensate. You can do compensations, but of course, compensations, you need compensations for your day, for your life, because of course, if you don't compensate, you can't move, okay? Because always we have different things. But once these compensations become a compensation pattern, then it starts to injure yourself and to damage your system. So we have to release these 2. We have to release these compensations. How? Using what we speak, what we say, the compensation movements, the compensating movements, to be able to release these adaptations that we are feeling on our bodies. And this is very important, because even if you work with the best technique, it is almost impossible that you work with a 10 over 10. You know, so even if you work 8 of 10, you will be missing 2, and you have to try to release this pattern that it is accumulating on your system.
Yeah, I look forward to all these principles and all these things applied to to all the other certifications and tools that we're going to be using, right? Could you touch real quickly? I know we talked a little bit about the club bell. I know we can talk more about it, obviously, but kettlebell, your idea with the kettlebell, the TACFIT kettlebell certification in the future coming up?
Yes. Well, the way we use the kettlebell, it is always focused on a final goal. And you can see different systems in the industry. And you can see the hard style, we can see the Olympic style, you can see, but our system, it is in two main steps. The first one, it is to be able to be as much stable as possible. So to create as much tension in our bodies as possible, to learn to be stable and to be safe into the movement. Once we got that, then we have to release tension to be more efficient. And this we apply to any movement that we are doing. So, for example, even if you do a squat, okay, a body squat, body weight squat, you are squatting down, but when you are learning the movement, you try to be with your spine very straight and torquing outside with the knees and creating as much tension with the feet, grabbing the floor with your toes, etc. Okay, and this is very important to learn the system and to develop your strength and your stability. But once you have done that in a high intensity protocol, you are not able to do that. Why? Because you want to be more efficient, to use less energy, but without losing technique or without losing the correct way of moving. The same with the kettlebell. With the kettlebell, we have to know how to create the tension, how to be more stable, be more safe, be more powerful, and then how to release this tension through the movement. So through the repetition of the movement. And even if we do 4 minutes in a protocol, or if we do 20 seconds in a Tabata protocol, even if we do that, we have to be able to adapt the tension that we are creating to that specific movement and load and speed and power. And this is the concept. Of course, we have different techniques. We have different ways of grabbing the kettlebell, of moving the kettlebells, etc. But we have, and there are other systems that are great and that we use also to develop and to improve our system. Because anything we learn from any system in the world.
Like a strong first is a good example for the kettlebell, right?
Yes, of course. Strong first. I am the country director in Strong First in Spain because I really love the system. And of course, we can learn many things from this system to be applied to our system, to TACFIT, to TACFIT kettlebells. And also from the competition system, Gireboy, etc. But of course, we have to apply the 7 key components to the kettlebell, and these 2 steps progression, in which first stability and then efficiency. You know, first to be effective and then to be efficient. This is very important.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to do it all. You know, when remember Scott coming doing some of the kettlebell things, you know, I couldn't believe some of the positions I was getting into, you know, but I always I want to be strong, you know, but I wanted to be mobile as well. You know, I want to be able to move in all the directions. That for me, that's real strength, you know. I want to be able to be strong and to be mobile as a jiu-jitsu grappler, but just for life, right? And so, you know, I'm grateful to you, Néstor, for all that you do, your passion and your love for the system, for all of us, you know, around the world, you know, your dedication, day in and day out. Right now, making us talking for me early in the morning, for you afternoon, and sharing your knowledge doing this podcast with me. And I'm very excited for all the things that we have coming up in the near future and the future. I know that there is no limit ahead.
Okay, thank you. My pleasure. I'm really excited with this project. That I'm very thankful for you, grateful for you, because you have you made it possible, and of course you gave us an opportunity to improve and to develop ourselves into the system and into life. Because of course, as I worked for a company here in Spain, but it was an English company called Home's Place. And we had one quote that said, "One life, live it well. One life, live it well." And that's what I'm feeling right now. I have one life, and I want to live it with TACFIT into the system and improve it, and being able to help people, which is our final goal. You know, the vision is to help as many people as possible, as much people as possible.
As many people as possible, yeah.
As many people as possible. So this is our vision as a fitness professional.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and of course, always with lots of fun and lots of laughs. And I look forward to seeing you in person, coming together again. Hopefully, we can have the summit at the end of the year. Maybe Brazil, right? Rio de Janeiro, maybe, right? Maybe.
Yes, maybe.
But I look forward to coming together, hopefully sooner than later, but this year, and having more good times, working hard, but, you know, enjoying every moment of it. So,
of course.
Thank you, my friend.
Feel excited. Thank you.
Talk soon. Okay.
Talk soon.